Good morning and welcome to Coffee Chat with David and Kylie Knight.
Hey everyone,
That's us.
good to see you guys again. Yes, it is another Friday.
Woo!
In fact, today is Friday, May the 22nd, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I didn't put it up on the screen.
Ah, that's why,
It's easier just to take it away.
since you forgot.
Because I forget to change it. That's right.
We're excited to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
If you are here, we'd appreciate you putting those little hashtags. Hashtag Hello Nights, hashtag Cup of Awesome. Let us know where you are, maybe even what you're drinking this morning.
Yes.
Since it's Coffee Chat, David and I always have our cup of coffee with us.
We do.
We got a few people watching already.
Let's see, I see Mr. Michael Laws. Good morning, sir. It's always a
We
pleasure to
got
have
David
you with us.
Walstead, Tom Whiteley. Awesome. Hello.
I love it. Very, very cool. Yeah, and also make sure to, Toddy Bear. Yes, there you are. Good morning, sir. Good to see you guys. So, I'm going to give you guys a little peek into the background of the behind-the-scenes stuff. We have this app that we're trying to use to do all of our switching, and it's just going nuts on me today. So, I'm having the worst of time. Yay!
But it does that.
But it does do that. So yeah, be sure to like and share. Tell people that you're here. Let them know why they should be here, because we just have a blast, don't we?
Courtney Walstead, hello.
Oh my goodness.
Look at these people joining us.
I love it. There's the hashtag Hello Nights right there.
I appreciate it.
Well, it has been a week since we have hung out with you guys.
Yeah, look at that hair.
The hair is back.
The hair is back again.
Yes.
David's hair. Tell a friend.
That was pretty good.
Was it?
I liked it. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, more of that.
Yeah. It's not exactly the way it used to be because apparently, I know there's a huge surprise here that I did mess it up just a little bit when I cut David's hair a few weeks ago.
Well, so I went into my stylist yesterday and got the hair done, and there's Josh. Good to see you this morning, my friend. And I asked her, I was like, so. Oh, yes.
You asked her.
Well, no. I said, so
How did Kylie do?
What are you excited?
Awful.
No.
No.
That's actually, she said to me. She said, well, I'm not going to be able to fix everything in this go round. Is how she said it. But she did make the statement that you actually did really good on the bangs.
Okay.
She was proud of you. She says, well, at least she didn't do like the 7-year-old bangs and just like clip across the front. And she actually did like the jaggedy stuff.
Okay, yeah.
She was proud of you for that.
Oh.
But she's like, it's so short. And it in the back, it was really short.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, yeah, we just couldn't deal with it. So she just.
Yeah, I did. But it's okay.
It was fun.
Your hair grows so fast anyway,
it
so
does.
it'll be.
Yeah.
It's got the highlights in it, and it's more David again. So we all rejoice. Hi, Nikki.
Rejoices.
I see Nikki's just joining too.
Oh, awesome.
Hi.
Very cool.
So
Yeah, so we've had a really fun week, I think.
We have.
We had something that actually took place last Friday after the show. We'll talk about in a moment. But I want to talk about the rest of the week first. Josh,
Yeah, we got some fun things to
your
share
hair
with
looks
you.
amazing, David. I've always been a fan. We have talked about having a David's Hair fan page.
Or even people have asked about a wig of David's hair
Yes, they have.
because people want his hair so badly. So I don't know. We keep talking about it. A wig of David's hair.
It does feel nice to have it back, though.
Mm.
Like, it was so
I'm sure.
weird not having the normal do.
I swear it's a few pounds gone from you.
It kind of is that way.
There's an instant weight loss program for the hair.
Exactly.
That's funny.
David Wallstead says, hey, guys.
Hey.
Dave, Petey, our pastor.
Yes.
Yeah, so anyways, the hair got cut yesterday. I guess we're going to go backwards.
Hey, Kelly.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah.
Speaking of Kelly, a wig would work for me. Who knows? It might happen.
Maybe.
Well, I guess we'll go backwards. No,
Sure.
last night we actually had dinner with some neighbors of ours.
Yes.
Which was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
He ordered some stuff from Omaha Steak Company. He's like, hey, I've got all this food. You guys want to come down and eat? We're like,
We said yes.
sure. We like to eat.
Yes. Steak, baked potato, and
Right.
some
Corn on the cob.
Corn on the cob.
Yeah. And sauteed mushrooms. Oh, so good. So good.
Yes.
But so then had the haircut, and then we've had a couple of virtual magic shows this week,
Yes.
which have been a blast.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, the offer still stands if you're a church or a ministry, or you're part of a church or a ministry, and you would like a free virtual magic show, reach out to us.
None of the stuff, even if you've had us in the past live or having us live in the future, this is a completely different show.
All brand new.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's combined with a live Q&A afterwards.
Correct.
Which is just a ton of fun.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, we got a review from one of our clients this week, and they said, yeah, they spent a lot of time answering questions, even the crazy ones from the middle schoolers. So
yes,
we have answered who lives in a pineapple under the sea. We have answered that. We've been there.
Do you like pineapple?
That's right. Do you like potatoes? Do you remember that one? And then let's see what else.
Middle schoolers are great, aren't they?
Middle schoolers are a blast. They're so much fun.
Everyone's chuckling on the other end, and I just know it right now because they know.
I
love them.
Last week, I got a message from some friends of mine in the Dallas Magic Club.
Yeah,
that's
right.
Which we haven't had a chance to really visit over the last year, but of course we've been in quarantine now, and so we could have. But anyways, long story
short, they weren't meeting in person, so
right? They were all meeting online.
Yes.
But so they recently had elections, and the gentleman who won the vice president seat recently took a new job in Oregon, and so
he can't fulfill his duties.
So you said duty. So they.
Really, David?
That's why I work well with middle schoolers. So anyways, they reached out to me
that's that face
on multiple occasions
emoji,
and asked if I would take over the vice presidency, and I agreed to do it. So
yes,
you're looking at the newest vice president of the Dallas Magic Club.
Woo woo!
I don't know.
Send
if that's
the
good or
heart
bad.
and loves.
That's right.
Flying.
We need some hearts and loves for that. We need. Let's see. I can't make it happen now. Okay. And Kelly says, LOL.
Yes.
Yeah, indeed. So then that was kind of our week. And then should we talk about the other thing now?
Yes. Yeah, I think we will.
So, it's funny. They say that Facebook tracks you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we all have those weird moments where it does.
It does. So
I guess a week or two ago, a friend of ours posted one of those questions on his Facebook page and said, some
couple of things.
Michael, congratulations, you're stuck with me. Speaking of which, Josh Kohler says nice, and Toddy Bear says congratulations. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that, guys. So a friend of ours put up this post that said he
commented on a post.
He commented on a post that said, "Who was your first celebrity crush?"
Yes.
And
this is good, guys.
This is really good. Yeah. And y'all are so funny. Shall we talk about the other thing? Okay.
that's our communication right here.
Yeah, we're subtle. So anyways, our friend Dylan Manley, who was actually a guest on Coffee Chat a couple weeks back,
several weeks ago,
commented as to who his first celebrity crush was. And so we got a couple of our mutual friends together.
Yes, we did.
To go in on a little gift for him. And I want to share with you, this is not working. I want to share with you what that experience looked like.
Check this out, guys.
Yeah. So, Dylan, a couple days ago, we noticed that you made a post on Facebook. Actually, you responded to a post on Facebook.
That's what it was.
With a comment.
Yeah.
And
this is serious.
This is very serious, and we realized that something needed to be done about this post that you made regarding your first celebrity crush.
I'm glad you're sitting down for this.
And so, anyways, here's what we decided we needed to do about that.
Hi, it's Lisa Loeb here. Dylan, oh my gosh. I heard a few things about you. Your friends David, Kylie, Preston, Chris, Ryan, and Runks told me a little something that Maybe I was your first celebrity crush. I love that. So anyway, because you're a great guy and you have a fantastic beard, I just wanted to sing a little song for you. It goes like this. You say, I only hear what I want to. And you say, I talk so all the time. So,
cool.
and I thought what felt was simple. And I thought that I don't belong. And now that I am leaving, now I know that I did something wrong, 'cause I missed you. Yeah, yeah, I missed you. And you say, stay. Stay well and stay connected to all these great friends who love you so much. And I gotta see that beard. I'm stroking my invisible beard. Anyway, I know it takes a lot of work to have such a fantastic beard. So I know that you are just sort of beyond as far as how much and how special you are to your friends. You guys, I hope you stay connected, all of you, and stay well, and hope to see you soon in person. Bye.
What in the freaking world? That's unbelievable. Wow. I don't turn red very often, but I'm looking at Rush
dude,
right
we got you.
Got him good.
Holy crap.
Way to go, guys.
Oh my
High
God.
five.
High five.
I've got tears in my eyes. That's amazing.
Are we recording this?
Absolutely, we're recording
Oh,
this.
good. Even
That's
better.
so awesome.
Holy
Hilarious.
cow.
Dude, Lisa Loeb says she misses you. That's the most
Right?
amazing
bro.
thing.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, that was weird. Man, wow. Yeah, dude. I wasn't being facetious either. Like, she was the first girl that I was like, what? Who is this? No.
Yes, we did.
That video just makes me smile every time I see it.
Me too.
Kelly says, holy moly, y'all are awesome. Honestly, it was one of these things where I saw him post that.
Yes.
And then I'm scrolling through my feed a couple days later, and there's a service called Cameo.
Uh-huh.
And with Cameo, you can get all these celebrities to do personalized videos like that. And hers popped up. Like, it was like the Lisa Loeb Cameo. And I'm like, oh, no, that's too perfect.
Perfection.
That's too perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we treated him to that. And his response was just epic.
It really was epic.
Yeah.
It was well worth it.
So that happened.
Yep. And again, I mean, you saw on that, so we had Dylan was on there.
Yeah,
Ryan, Preston, all who have been guests on our show. The only one we have from that group we didn't have was Runks, which we need to get him on.
We
so
do.
Runks, we're looking for you. We're coming after you, my friend.
Yes.
We're going to bring you on to Coffee Chat.
We still need to bring on Kelly.
We do still need to bring on Kelly. Kelly,
Yeah.
drop us a line. And let's make that happen, okay?
Exactly.
If you're still there. Yeah, because that would be amazing to chat with you.
Fantastic.
Well,
should we get to our interview portion?
Speaking of amazing things that happened last week,
Yes.
we had the chance to do an interview with a children's ministry legend.
Legend, people. Legend.
He's a gentleman named Ryan Frank.
Yeah.
And he's the CEO of Kids Matter.
Yeah.
He created a whole Facebook page called I Love Kidmin.
Yes.
Which is a phenomenal page. And he's a really busy guy. He actually has another show called Coffee Chat at the same time.
Right. Therefore, we couldn't interview him live, so we had to pre-record it. So I hope you sit back and enjoy this. There's a lot of good stuff in here, guys.
Stuff.
So enjoy the interview with Mr. Ryan Frank.
Yep.
Having me. I'm excited to be here.
So you're the CEO of Kids Matter, and your website states that Kids Matter partners with those who minister to kids and families in the church to make an eternal impact in the lives of those kids and families. What inspired you to start that, and how do you and your team work to achieve that mission?
I love it. Thank you. Yeah, I love that every day we get to champion children's pastors and youth pastors and ministry leaders all around the world. I love it. I love it. Years ago, it's been a while. I was on staff at my church as a children's pastor, And different pastor friends of mine began to ask me to come and do teacher training at their churches. So would you come and do a training for our Sunday school teachers, our children's church workers? And so that's really how Kids Matter started. Was it started as a website with links and resources from my seminar being something maybe I did 3 or 4 of them a year. And then in addition to having a pastor's heart, I've also been blessed with an entrepreneurial spirit. And so I started doing more of these seminars and thinking, instead of sending people to Kids Matter so they can find links to go buy these resources from other websites, I should just have these resources on my own website and sell these products from these third-party vendors. And so it kind of morphed into a Kids Matter store. And then before long, we started publishing Kids Matter magazine because we saw a real need in the market for another magazine. And this was definitely before a lot of the digital stuff that's happening today. Although we still are printing Kids Matter magazine, and thankfully it's still doing well. 15 years later, it's still our people continue to subscribe, and advertisers continue to buy advertisements in the magazine. So it's just kind of morphed into what is today a place where you can go. You can, of course, learn more about our ministry and subscribe to our magazine. And there's a lot of downloadable resources that people can use in their kids' ministry. And then God's given us the opportunity to do events. So we have a large event every fall called Kidmin Nation MegaCon. We do a lot of stuff on Facebook. One of our flagship resources over the last 5 years has been Kidmin Academy. So this is a 12-month, really school of ministry where you can earn a diploma in children's ministry. And it's really neat, David and Kylie, that in the last 5 years, we've given away 2,400 diplomas to children's pastors that have gone through the 12-month program. So it's a fun journey. It changes all the time as we try to be a student of what's trending out there and what the needs of the community are, and trying to partner with them and resource them and champion them. I found this, that I think some of the most hardworking people in the church are children's ministry leaders. They're also some of the most under-resourced, underappreciated people that get overlooked. And so we just loving on these people and resourcing them and blessing them. And I know we're not the only ones that do that. You all, that's a big part of your heart as well. And that's one reason I want to do this podcast, because I love your heart for this video with you. I love your heart for children's ministry leaders in the church.
Thank you. We love yours. And you guys do a fantastic job.
You guys are amazing champions for all of them. And I know all the other Kidmin leaders appreciate you and your love and encouragement for them too.
Oh, thank you.
So you have a recent book that came out, Eat the Frog First, which is a great title. What was the inspiration for that? Who did you write it for, and how's been the response?
Yeah, thanks for asking me about that. So we released Eat the Frog First at MegaCon in October. Mark Twain one time said that if you eat a live frog first thing every morning, that nothing worse can happen to you the rest of the day. Stop and think about it. How true is that? I mean, if this morning you ate a live frog, what could go worse the rest of the day? So there are a lot of application points that people make from that. This one I take on it quite a bit when I talk to leaders about eating the frog first, is doing the most difficult, the most undesirable tasks first thing every day. So it's really easy when you start your day to do the things that you want to do. So I'm going to check my email. I'm going to scroll through Instagram. I'm going to check Facebook. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do these easy things first. And what happens if you do the easy things, or the things that are desirable to do first, you get to the end of your day and those important things get put off until tomorrow, and then they get put off until the next day. So when I teach productivity, I teach Eat the Frog First, that you need to, first of all, you need to start your day before you check your email, unless your job is customer service. Don't check your email first thing in the morning. Don't get on social media first thing. Instead, choose what is your blueprint for the day. What are the things that you really want to accomplish today first? And then do the most difficult things first. And then once you've done that, it's amazing. And by the way, you're better off to do the most difficult things first because um, scientists tell us, and people that study the human brain say that most people think best in the morning, first thing. In fact, I don't know if you guys know this. I just discovered this several months ago. Somebody forwarded me an article that your brain actually literally shrinks during the day.
Really?
Most people function at best the first several hours of the day. So if you can do the most challenging, the most difficult, have those most difficult conversations first, then reward yourself by doing your email, by doing Facebook, by doing social media, by doing those things that you enjoy doing. What happens is you get a lot more done. You're a lot more productive. You don't end up having the same things on your to-do list for weeks after week after week because you're procrastinating. So Eat the Frog First really is a bunch. I forget how many chapters it is. It's a bunch of short chapters. It's like 100 chapters where it's just little things on productivity and focus and getting things done.
Sure, there's a lot of us who could use that.
Yes.
But that does make sense. It's like your brain, gives you a little dopamine. It's like a little pat on the back going, now I've accomplished that awful task I didn't want to do. All right, I'm good.
Most people go into their day without a plan, and it ends up backfiring. So I encourage you to, in fact, I've got mine right here because I carry it with me. Every morning, I start my day by filling out a one-sheet productivity playbook, and I've done this for several years. There's 3 parts to this thing. This says Wednesday the 13th on it. I filled it out first thing when I got to my office this morning. What are my priorities for the day? Who are people that I need to reach out to today? And then if I get that stuff done, I move to the bottom, projects. So what are some things I can do to move some projects forward? Now, when you're in ministry, everything is subject to change, right? When you work at a church, when you're working with people, all it takes is one phone call, one knock on the door, and somebody dies, somebody's sick, there's some emergency. But I have found by having a playbook that this is what guides my day. And then if I get this stuff done, then I have the freedom to go do some of this other stuff I've been wanting to do. So, and I don't go to bed at night wishing that I would have taken care of this last week. I just do those difficult tasks first, and you just get in the habit of doing that, which is what Eat the Frog First is all about. You just get in the habit of, I do the most difficult things first thing in the morning, and then it's off my back, and I can focus on the more enjoyable things.
So good.
So good. Yeah. And you're absolutely right. Habits are so important. I think especially in this time period where everybody's schedules are thrown off. So
that's it. Totally.
That's great.
Powerful. Yeah. Well, and that kind of leads into our next question. With all the craziness that we're kind of facing right now, what do you think leaders should be focused on currently?
Yeah, I think what you need to be focused on currently, especially during this pandemic, is I think you need to be focused on people, and really connecting with people, not doing what everybody else is doing, not worrying about what everybody else is thinking, not worrying about what's coming ahead in 2 weeks or in a month or in 6 months. It's okay to be thinking about that stuff, but there are so many uncertainties that why take on tomorrow's worries today? And instead, just focus on loving people and connecting with people. And sometimes I think we way overthink it. There's nothing wrong with doing awesome live streams and doing all this cool stuff and coming up with cool things to do on Zoom. And there are a lot of fun things you can do on Zoom and on your live stream and on Facebook Lives and that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, especially for those of you that are working with kids and families, what kids want is they want to hear from you. They want to connect with you. So pick up the phone. Choose every day to make a few phone calls, send a few text messages, not because you need anything, but just because you want to bless somebody, you want to encourage someone, you want to speak some words of life over someone. And then tomorrow do the same thing. Pick a few more people that you can connect with and that you can love on and that you can bless and that you encourage. These kids, and they want to hear from you, and they want to see your face. It's amazing with my girls. You know, they just enjoy seeing their friends' faces on the screen in these Zoom meetings. And I don't even know if they're as much concerned about what all is being talked about as much. They just like seeing each other.
Yeah.
And mom and dad are overwhelmed. They're tired. They're trying to balance their job with their ministry, with their homeschooling their kids, and trying to get all the e-learning turned in the right way. And then the stress of the bills that are coming in. And mom and dad just need a little bit of encouragement. It doesn't take a whole lot to brighten somebody's day and bless somebody and encourage them. It can be a 2-minute phone call. Hey, if you're driving, if you're making a trip somewhere, there's 2 minutes you can pick up the phone and call somebody, or take 30 seconds and send someone a text. Or this has been real effective, I think, especially during this pandemic, and that is sending postcards, putting something in the mail. Kids love getting mail.
Real mail.
Real mail. That's it. Real mail. And if you remember when you were a kid, now I, as an adult, I like getting stuff in the mail that's not bills, right? But especially for kids love it when they get something in the mail. And it can be as simple as a postcard. Yesterday, I was talking to a children's pastor. He's like, man, I've written hundreds of postcards, and literally like every day he's dealing with these hand cramps. He's like, it is so worth it because of the feedback I'm getting from these kids and parents. They love getting a postcard in the mail. So I think one thing that you could focus on that's going to pay rich dividends in the future, just connecting with people, and don't overthink it.
Beautiful.
So good.
Love it.
It's awfully biblical too.
It is.
Loving others, not worrying about the future. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, how about that?
Yep.
Hey, so if there's other church leaders listening, especially the senior pastors, how can church leadership best support their kidmin leader so they can thrive?
Yeah. Say yes. Say yes. And try to say no as little as possible. I do not like to say no. When people on my team come to me and they've got an idea, I want to say yes as much as I can and say no as little as I can. Now I become vulnerable in that there's a chance that this might fail, but that's okay if we learn from the failure. So if you're a pastor, if you're a church leader, an elder, an executive pastor listening right now, you're like, how can I really empower my kidmin leader? Support them by saying yes. Say yes as much as you can. Yes, you can spend that money. Yes, you can try that idea. Yes, we've never done that before, but let's give it a shot. Yes, yes, yes. Try to say no as little as possible. Try to say yes as much as possible.
I love it.
So good. That's so good.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes.
All right. So let's finish off this section with what do you think KidMin is going to look like moving forward?
Yeah, I think you're going to have I think you're going to have some people. I think it goes one of two ways. There's a fork in the road. Either we will go back to as much as what was normal before as possible. We're going to try to go back to, we're going to get the kids back in Sunday school. We're going to get them back in kids worship. We're going to go back to family ministry as we knew it. And then you'll have some that have the courage to say, you know what, we are going to return to some of that normal, but we are going to learn. We're going to look back and we're going to really evaluate, what did God teach us and what we went through, how should it shape our future? You'll have, now I think a majority, as much as I don't like it, will go route one. How quick can we get the kids back into the building? When can we get our Sunday school classes up and going again? When can we get back to church as we knew it? And then you will have a few, and these will be the ones that end up making the biggest impact, that yes, we're going to come back, but it's going to be different because we're going to really evaluate. And it's not a simple answer because we're all learning different lessons as we serve in different communities, and the DNA of our congregations and our communities are all different. Our ministry DNAs are unique. But I think the smart leaders out there are going to be the ones that are students of what happened. And okay, how did our ministry get better? How did our ministry strengthened? Where did we realize that we weren't doing as well as we thought we were? Where are the spots in our ministries where we're really vulnerable? What can we learn from this, and how can we take those lessons and apply them to what we know as people come back? So my heart is, and my desire is really, my hope, that's a better word. My hope is that all of you that are listening to this coffee chat right now, as things begin to go back to normal, whether that's in the next several weeks or whether it's months down the road, that you will be an acute student of these past several months, and that you will bring other people around the table. You'll talk to your pastor and your leadership, that you'll talk to your colleagues or your the youth pastor, the other people that are serving alongside of you. And then you'll even talk to some of your volunteers, some of the parents, and you could even talk to some of the kids about, hey, now that we've got through this, we're getting through this, what did we learn? How can we be better at outreach? How can we be better at connecting during the week? How can we make Sundays even better? And those that ask that question and learn from it, I think they're going to be pleasantly surprised to see how fruitful their ministry becomes in the time to come.
Good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good advice.
And I would certainly say that a way that an aspiring leader could do that would obviously be to join the I Love Kidmin page.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Kid-
definitely.
Kidmin
Thanks for that
Academy.
shout out. Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. Subscribe to
Yeah.
your magazine, because
Use this time to gain all the knowledge that you can. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
and we've been blessed to kind of watch a lot of the things that are unfolding on that page, and other avenues that you guys are using, some of the conversations you're having, and really
Right.
tough conversations, but important conversations. So
Thank you.
man, absolutely.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah. All right. So now we're going to move into, we've had some really deep questions.
Yes.
Now it's time for a little more fun.
Fun.
And we're going to move into our lightning round that we call 5 questions.
Love it. Love it.
All right.
First question. What are you binge watching right now?
What am I binge watching right now? Okay. So we are going back, and at night in bed, we've been watching like 2 episodes every night of The Office. We're going back and watching The Office.
Oh,
That's good.
Yeah, it's random, but
Yeah.
I love The Office back in the day, and we
Mhm.
really had never binge watched it or went back and watched them again.
Oh,
The last few weeks, yeah, we've gone back and watched The Office, and it's been nice to lay in bed a little bit and laugh and chuckle.
good.
Yeah.
I love that.
Are you guys
Good-
binge
good-
watching anything right now?
We're going back through Psych.
Oh, I love Psych.
Come on, son.
Psych is so fun.
Yeah.
What's the main character's name in Psych?
Sean.
Sean.
Yeah.
And his sidekick,
Gus.
Gus. Oh,
Yeah.
those are good.
Yeah.
Are those on Netflix?
They're on
Who?
Amazon.
Amazon, is it?
Amazon. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
So-
are good shows.
We-
Okay.
We have a friend of ours who's getting ready to start a fan rewatch podcast. It's like, oh my goodness, we haven't watched that in forever. We should do that. So
Yeah.
I love it. Great
let's
idea.
bring that. All right, now you have a pretty fantastic job,
Yes.
but if you could have any other job than the one you have right now, what would it be?
Man, that's a tough one. Because I love my job.
Yeah.
I love it, love it, love it. I think I would enjoy being an executive at Walmart, because I am, which seems very random,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really have any experience in retail, but I have friends that work at Walmart, and they're not on the executive level, but they are above just a store level. So I have a couple of friends that have worked for the company for some time, and they tell me about just the science of how Walmart studies consumer behavior, and even depending on the weather, they'll push certain product to the end of the aisles, because they know.
sense.
I mean, it's crazy. Like when there's certain weather, they sell more Pop-Tarts than other times. So if they see this in the forecast, Pop-Tarts move over here. I'm just fascinated by the
Interesting.
analytics.
Now I want a Pop-Tart.
Right.
I know, right? It really, I'm amazed at just the systems and the analytics and how they respond to consumer behavior. I'm also really, I've also been amazed how Walmart has really tried these last, especially I feel like the last 2 years, to compete with Amazon, and they seem to be doing a great job competing with Amazon. I love their pickup grocery where you just pull up and they bring it out. So off the top of my head, I think I would find it really intriguing to be in upper management or the executive level at Walmart, just to really see behind the scenes of how they are making all these systems work and how they're moving so much product. I would find it interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's got one of those.
Yeah, one of those brains,
that-
exactly.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Not
That's
all
a
of
great
us
answer.
have that great ability. That's why some of us are performers.
Well,
magicians.
whatever. Yeah, exactly. Love the coffee mug too.
Oh,
Oh,
thanks.
thanks.
Yeah, cool.
What is your favorite to-go order?
To go order. Right now, I think it's Five Guys and Fries. During this,
Yes.
yeah, during this pandemic, we have to drive like 25 minutes to get to it, so we don't do it every week. But
So
I
worth
love the burgers at Five Guys.
Uh-huh.
They're
Yeah.
amazing. And
Those
if I don't know,
six
there's a podcast. I don't know if you guys ever have listened to it. How I built this.
I've heard of it.
How
I
I
didn't
built
listen
this
to it.
podcast.
No.
And he interviewed the founder of Five Guys several months back, and I found it really interesting. It's not cheap to go to Five Guys.
Right.
You spend a lot of
Especially
money.
with kids and.
Yeah, exactly. If you take 5 people to Five Guys, I mean, you can be $40 or $50 pretty quick for a family. But just their whole philosophy and how they ever since day one wanted to have high quality product. And so this is something he did with his kids. It's really neat. You need to listen to the podcast, but basically he sat down his sons when they were in high school and said, okay, we're going to make a family decision. We've been saving up for college. We can either use this money for college or we can roll the dice, and as a family, we'll open up a burger joint. And as a family, they voted on opening up a burger joint with all their college money, which was the first Five Guys. And he said he told his boys, like, I want you to pick out the best condiments. So like even with the mayonnaise, like, don't think about the price. So when they chose to do more expensive mayonnaise, they just increased the price of their burger 15 cents. And so you keep spending a little bit more, but the quality of everything, it's a neat podcast to listen to, the kind of the backstory behind Five Guys. But yeah, right now that's probably my favorite. In fact, that sounds really good. It's almost lunchtime.
It does.
Right
That
now.
sounds really good too.
Yeah.
All right.
From
Pop-Tarts to Five Guys.
Pop-Tarts
I'm
and
in.
Five Guys, baby. We'd be good.
Yes.
Yep.
I love it.
Let's go grab some together.
That's right.
Do it. Deal. Yep.
So what are you reading right now?
Yeah, you know what? I have not, for the last probably 6 months, I have not read a book. Well, that's not true. I did read a little. I'll read fiction sometimes on vacation. But for the most part, I am not reading any books. I've been reading comments on social media. That's what I've been reading.
Makes sense.
So I spend a good hour every day. And whenever I post anything, I read every comment. I try to reply as many as I can. I'm reading what everybody is saying in the I Love Kidman Facebook group, which is a challenge because it's like 200 different posts every day in the I Love Kidman Facebook group. But I'm reading them. But I really want to keep, especially during this crazy time, I really want to keep my ear to the rail on what are the conversations that are happening, what are the tensions and struggles that the community are dealing with, and to help us better serve those. So if you ask me right now, what am I reading? The last month,
Comments.
I'm reading, Facebook comments.
Aw.
I'm following the Kidman hashtag on Instagram and Twitter and reading what people are saying like crazy.
For you.
Well, I will say that's one of the things that has always impressed me about you is, you get some of these huge groups, and it's a pretty big group, and
it is.
and you see the kind of the moderators or the people who created it not really engaging. They start getting all these outside people but you've liked some of our posts, you've commented on some of our things, and just the fact that you're actually in there working it is amazing to me.
Well, thanks. Yeah.
Final question.
All right, final question. They decide to make a movie of your life. Who plays you?
Ooh, movie of my life. Who plays me? The first thought that comes to my mind is my 10-year-old London, although she's a girl, so I don't know how she would be since she's a girl. But I'm seeing in London a lot of myself, which is kind of crazy, like this. Not a fear. Motto of life is ready, fire, aim. So she just like is not afraid to do something. She just jumps in and does it. So a lot of the things that are both a blessing and curse in my life, but things that I think have helped us get to where we're at in ministry, I see in London. And so I don't know, my knee jerk right now is it might be London because she is a creator and she's got some guts, but I don't know how a 10-year-old girl would play this 45-year-old guy's life. But
there are some amazing actresses out there. So
there are. You never know. The magic of Hollywood.
There you go.
Well, guys, thanks for having me on today. This has been a lot of fun.
Thank you for coming on. This has been a blast for us. We appreciate it. Real quickly, what's the best way people want to follow you, see what you're doing?
Find the book.
Well,
thank you. Yeah, if you go to ryanfrank.com, it's got all of the links to our brands and social media and stuff.
Perfect.
I think that'd be the best place to go, ryanfrank.com. And David and Kylie, in the future, let me know how I can support you in your ministry. I love your heart.
Yeah.
And I want to champion you in the next year and into the future as you pursue God's calling on your life. Keep up the great work.
All
right.
Thank you so much,
bless.
Ryan.
Thanks, Ryan.
Bye.
Thank you.
So that was such a blast.
It really was.
He was a great conversation to have. We hope you guys enjoyed that.
I saw some comments. People were loving it. Yeah, there's some great advice on there.
Yeah,
especially the mailing to the kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you're involved in kids ministry or ministry of any kind, really, feel free to share this video with your pastor, your staff, your team, because there's just some great advice. And go check out his.
Well, I think they will, especially if they're. They listen to the pod and where Ryan says, just say yes.
How do you say no?
What kids pastor or family pastor doesn't want to have their senior pastor just say yes to them with every idea? So share that. Go. Ryan Frank said so.
That's right. If Ryan Frank says so, you must. Speaking of Ryan Frank says so and you must.
We did, guys. We did.
Yeah.
He said 5 guys. And what did we do this week? We went to 5 guys. We haven't eaten out in a long time. We've been staying at home a lot. But the one meal, 5 guys, we caved and we did it.
Well, and the other thing that we said yes to with him.
You want to tell him?
Yeah, so it was such a great conversation with him. And there's actually a lot that we had to cut out, a lot afterwards. After our conversation, and he was in a rush, so we had to get through and we had to let him go. But afterwards, he's like, I really love hanging out with you guys, and I'd love to have you on our coffee chat. And so next Wednesday, we're going to be on his coffee chat.
At 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern.
Yep.
So tune into I Love Kidmin on the Facebook page, and we'll be there.
Yeah, we'll be there. So
instead
more of us.
Here. We'll be there instead of here.
But we'll probably still have our coffee mugs.
We probably will.
So you like those?
Yeah, he did comment on that.
And I love, Josh says, just say yes, my new tagline.
Absolutely.
Well, so last time we introduced a new segment. We will have more farm stories, by the way, from Jennifer Dake.
They're
she's
she finally got home, guys. Since they started opening things up a little bit, her and her kids were able to go home.
Yeah. So we've let her kind of get back into the transition of that.
Yes.
And but she says she's got some more stories to share with us.
Right.
But we did introduce a new segment. And it's the idea behind this is we want it to be. See, every time I want it to go, it doesn't go.
Right.
We want it to be kind of a fun little moment, a little burst of energy for your day, and it's something we call a shot of espresso. In a moment. Hi. So here's your shot of espresso for today. This is just kind of a fun, happy story. It's super sweet.
But sad too.
It's a little sad. But an elderly care home resident cried. Ken was a resident of Thistleton Lodge in Preston, England, and he'd been sleeping with a photograph of his wife every night. After noticing his nighttime routine, a care worker gifted him with something very special, and that's the subject of our shot of espresso.
Yes.
Go.
Hello.
I got you a present.
Hey?
I got you a present.
What's that, darling? Ah! Oh! Oh! Oh, oh, that's oh, lady. Oh, darling.
Let me see, Ken.
Show us what you've got, Ken.
Let me see what you. Oh,
Look at
Ken.
that.
How beautiful.
Oh,
How beautiful.
oh, oh,
There you
dear. Oh, my God.
I thought that might be a bit better than your photograph.
Oh. Come in.
I mean, if that doesn't pull your heartstrings, I don't know what will.
Somebody's cutting an onion over there.
I'm not crying, you're crying. But that's your shot of espresso for today.
Seriously.
I mean, that's just, and I can appreciate that.
Absolutely.
With as much as I love you, I can only imagine what it would be like to.
I don't want to. No.
No, I don't want to either. Yeah,
I will bawl.
and I think I read that his wife had passed away about 20 years earlier.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it
20
had been a
years?
while. He'd been sleeping with this photograph of her every night.
Oh.
And yeah, it's just such a beautiful, heartwarming story. Josh says, I will admit I watched the Ryans, or the Nights over Ryan. Don't tell him our secret.
We won't.
Shh, we won't tell him. He doesn't watch this, so.
He doesn't. He's busy with these other.
Exactly. And then Michael Law says, got something in my eyes.
I know what you mean. Seriously. That is just.
Oh, but it's such a beautiful
And
story.
a beautiful gift.
Yeah.
The pillow. So
and
he
his
can-
reaction
I
to that.
know.
I mean, I would, as he was talking to you, oh, hello, beautiful. You know, like
He's talking to her.
and I just, oh,
Yep.
I love that.
All right.
Love that. Okay, so, whew.
Yeah.
Well, that's our show for today.
On that note, happy note. No, it was beautiful.
Well,
still.
yeah, and we hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. It is Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
So
that came up quick.
It did come up quick. I know. I know. It's crazy. But you know, try to do something fun. Try to enjoy the day. I know it's harder for some than others.
It is.
Because obviously the meaning of the day
Exactly.
and some other reasons. But yeah, and we look forward to seeing you guys here next Friday.
Yeah. And I Love Kidman on Wednesday. We'll be joining Ryan Frank there. He's going to interview us this time.
Us.
We interviewed him, and now he's going to interview us.
That's right.
So it's good.
Yeah.
So thank you, everyone, for watching. And we'll have a great week, and we'll see you next Friday.
Bye.
Bye.